Wait a
What a
second.
great segue.
Yeah, so unfortunately the stream didn't hear that segue, but you guys did. That's what matters. All right, guys. So welcome back. This is going to be a second episode of the little Dominion one-shot slash mini campaign. As you all can see, we are working with a reduced number of people today, so that could mean we have a shorter session. That could mean a longer session. I don't know. It's pretty much on you guys. I have, X amount of content. And we'll see what happens. Um, what was I going to say? Oh, yes. So I don't quite know yet, but I would like to resume our normal Arcadia campaign on the 25th, so 2 weeks from now. And hopefully, if we can get at least Klein in here along with you three, we should be able to pick up on the cliffhanger that we left off on way back in September. But more on that as we get closer. The other announcement I have is mostly for anyone watching because I'm totally a sellout. I did recently open a Patreon. It is literally a tip jar. So if you feel like giving a tip, great. If not, not a big deal. Pretty much the same username as my Twitter handle. So you plug that into Patreon, you'll get my page. Let's see what else I have on the announcement ticket. No, I think that's it. So let's just go ahead and dive right in. All right, so the year, it's still 2374. That has not changed. You are all part of a Dominion expedition into the mirror universe. Your goal is to make contact with the mirror counterparts of other species of the Gamma Quadrant and assess whether or not they can be turned into an asset of war. After encountering the mirror founders, your own founder, Dominus, has taken you out towards the space that used to belong to the Burrowers, also known as the Hur'q. You do not know what to expect to find out this way, only that if you are unable to find anything, you may be returning home empty-handed. And we opened today's session, much as we kind of did the first time, with everyone on the bridge, and you guys are approximately, we'll say, about 12 hours out from arrival at the Burrower's home system. And for the moment, everything is working as it should. There have been no incidents, security, engineering, or otherwise on the ship, and it's been pretty sedate thus far. So I thought I'd set up that little bit of RP time, and whenever we're ready, I'll give us a push.
How common knowledge would the Herc be to someone like Chiron?
I would say you know of the Hur'q, because the Hur'q are chronicled in Klingon mythology and Klingon history, but I do not think you would make the connection between the name Burrowers and the name Hur'q. My understanding is that the founders called them the Burrowers, so Dominus knows pretty much all there is to know about the Hur'q through the Great Link, but you, as a Ferengi, I would say you know that the Klingons once fought them off and they stole the Sword of Kahless, but aside from that, you got nothing.
So wait, so I don't know that we're heading to the mirror universe's version of the Herc.
At the moment, no, but if Dominus were to, say, give you a set of coordinates, you might be able to figure something out. You're a smart Ferengi.
I have to admit
Um,
that
go
I,
on.
the player, I have no idea who the Hurk are.
Ah,
But if my founder tells me to fight the Hurk, I'll fight the Hurk.
well, then let's make a scene of this. So, Dominus, you're, of course, just observing everything going on, and your lovely Vorta, Overseer Yagad, kind of turns to you and says, Great Founder, I hope you do not fault me for asking, but what is it exactly you plan to find out this way?
Something more inspiring than the gas bag versions of the founders in this universe.
Of course, they were a immense disappointment, but I must know, are we expecting to find another species, one that may be more useful for our cause?
Yes, I want to see if the enemies of our past could be our friends in this universe. Specifically, an alien race called the Hur'q. Borers.
So,
In the background, Chiron's ear visibly twitches.
It's impressive for Ferengi.
It's
You
like a
get.
fan.
No, go ahead.
Sudden gust of wind hits us.
I know.
So Ugad kind of looks a little bit confused. He kind of cocks his head to the side and says, "The Hur'q founder. I am not familiar with them, admittedly. Please forgive my ignorance."
It's forgiven. They were an enemy we dealt with. Before Vorta, before Jem'Hadar. They were a challenging foe. But I think that if the founders of this universe haven't pushed us as far as we did, that they may still be around. Maybe they're more receptive to negotiations.
Well, founder, I will keep an eager eye and ear for any information that relates to this Hur'q. Do you have any advice as to what we should be looking for in particular?
Ooh, let me try and pull up some of my knowledge, because it's been a while.
I can tell you. So you would know that the Hur'q are germanium-based creatures, and they are insectoid in nature. And that the planet in particular you're looking for is known as Havis-Kul. And as far as you know, Havis-Kul is a Class L. But more on that as we get closer.
Yes, I'll let him know to look out for that stuff.
Okay, so
From over?
Gad looks immediately over to Chiron and says, or Chiron, and says, "You, Ferengi, I want you to run a sensor scan immediately to see if anything is in the area."
Absolutely. What kind of scan?
love the
I'm never
voice
going to
you
get tired of
use.
that voice.
I know.
Oh, I will.
So you definitely want to do a standard sensor sweep. So that's going to be a reason science, and your ship is going to assist with sensor science.
Okay, just reviewing my character sheet.
Yeah, sure.
I don't think I have any focuses.
Right, that's what the Hur'q did. Okay.
What was the ship
Okay.
helping with?
The ship is assisting with sensor science, and the overall difficulty here is only a 1 thanks to your advanced sensors.
Ship always has focus, right?
Correct.
Okay. There we go.
All right, so you start off the game with a momentum. So yeah, your lovely Ferengi has found that there is some traces of germanium-based debris, and well, maybe not debris is the right word, metals and deposits in the local area. You're not really finding any big traces of it, so you're basically going by systems that have maybe an asteroid or two, or maybe a small deposit, but at the moment you're not really detecting any large sort of deposits of the stuff.
Overseer Yagad was the one who gave me the order.
Yes.
Overseer, I found a large deposit of geranium in this sector.
So Yagad just kind of blinks and says, "Very well. First, Talakan, what is your tactical assessment of the area?"
Should I make a roll for that?
You can either make it up or we can make it a roll.
I will make it a roll.
All right. You're going to do a insight security, and this is going to be a difficulty 0, so free momentum.
Does this ship have a replicator?
I don't think we've ever seen a replicator on a Dominion ship, but one would assume they have such things.
Okay.
Do I have an applicable
This was
focus here?
Do you have anything involving security awareness, tactics?
I have shipboard tactical systems, but an investigation maybe.
I'll let investigation apply.
Okay. Here we go.
Hey, another 2 momentum. So you are able to determine that where Chiron, I'll get it right, where the deposit has been detected, it is a fairly barren system. It is quite literally a yellow star, much like Sol. with about 5 or 6 Class D planetoids, and it's on one of these Class D planetoids that has the deposit. And you're not detecting any ships or structures in the immediate area.
Okay. I will relate that information along.
I'm gonna go up next to you, Gad, and just punch in a chemical compound for him to look for. A fauna compound. Like,
Okay.
scan the planet to see if any of these worlds have this on it.
As a GM, I know what it is, but Yagad just kind of looks at it and goes, of course, Founder. First, you, Ferengi, scan for this substance instead.
What substance am I scanning for?
Dominus, would you care to explain?
Well, if you find anything, I'll tell you. If you find nothing, then there's no need to relay information. Start scanning.
As you say. All right. Same
rolls.
Same check. Reason science.
Yep, same rolls across the board. Very good. Someone get in the ship.
Oh, I can grab that. It's the same thing you said?
Yep, and then it's going to be another insight security for Talakan as well.
Okay.
All right, so that's 2 momentum from Chiron. I'll say it right eventually.
I'm cool with either.
Yeah, your guys are capped on momentum, so I think you actually have a couple floating momentum to spend on questions. But yes, now that you know what to look for, even though you don't know what the what is, it's kind of like being given a red ball and say, I want you to find fruit that looks exactly like this. So you're kind of looking for red spherical shaped fruit. But what you find is that in a system approximately about a light year away, so fairly close in a galactic sense, there is a large, shall we say, gathering, or I hate to use the word deposit again, but a large reading coming from a soul-like system, in that there are some Class M worlds, there's some Class Ls, few gas giant Class Js, and even a Demon Y class planet. And the deposits you're seeing are on the Class M planet.
You said we have some floating momentum
Yes.
right now?
You have 2 floating momentum you could spend to ask an additional question or 2.
Okay. So my first question is, I want to commit this region of like spatial coordinates to memory.
Okay.
Because knowledge is profit.
Mm-hmm.
And secondly, what a substance have I been scanning for?
What is your science is a 4? I think you could figure it out. You are looking at a fungal compound, some sort of a fungus.
I'll press a few buttons and just displaying information on all view screens now. I know they're like little goggles just for a couple people.
Right. So yeah, Dominus and Yagad would both see the display of the system at long range, along with a bunch of data about the large fungal reading that you're picking up on sensors.
Excellent. Set a course.
So Yagad, since since our Cardassian is not here today, we'll just say Glyn Arir very simply punches in the coordinates and gets the ship moving in that direction. And you all will arrive within 30 minutes. So Yagad again turns to you, Dominus, and says, is there anything in particular you would wish us to prepare before arrival?
Yes, 1 second. And I'll pull up a pad and pull up a file and hand it to Yagad. Get this probe made.
All right. Takes a look at the pad, and what kind of probe are we talking about here?
It emits a special signal. That maybe size of meter tall, half meter wide. Design meant to emit special signals.
Okay. Why don't you, just so we're on the same page, whisper me on Discord what you mean? But I think I know enough in characters Yagad to get that process started. So, being the Vorta and doing what Vortas do best, Yagad delegates. And Kairon, you now have the exact same specifications that were passed on to him. And let me just double check to see what Dominus is telling me before I tell you. That's what I thought. All right, so you're seeing that this is almost like a beacon of sorts. You have no idea what this beacon is used for, but it's definitely a very powerful transmitter.
And this is in the area that I had scanned previously.
This is a schematic that has been passed on from Dominus to Yagad, then to you. And you've been told to build this.
Well, I guess I'm going to go build it, but while building it, I would like to find out its purpose, other than being a transmitter.
Roll me a insight engineering.
While he goes down
the
to build
difficulty
it.
here will be, let's make it a 2.
All right,
While he goes off.
Say again?
go on.
While he goes off to build it, Dominus is accompanying him.
Oh, okay.
I have a focus in reverse engineering.
Okay.
So would that apply?
Yeah.
And you said difficulty 3?
Difficulty 2.
2?
Mm-hmm.
I'll spend one of our 5 momentum, a third die. Wait, would this relate to programming computers at all?
I'd say there would be some amount involved, yeah.
Because if it is, then I get 1d20 for free. So I would be adding... It would cost me 2 to add a 4th. But I don't think I would do that.
All right, well, of course we say this now, and, could end up rolling all 20s, but let's see what happens.
Do I need to spend momentum for the third die?
It's already been spent, so you should be at 5.
Okay.
Wait, what momentum count would we be at? I heard a lot of numbers.
Yeah. Well, I see green, so... Alright, so only the 1 success, or, well, the 2 successes. So, Kairon, as you kind of look at the schematics and start to wonder how you're going to go about building this sort of thing, Dominus is kind of following you around just to maybe observe. I don't really know his goals yet. But you, with your skills in reverse engineering, realize that this is... how to put it? It's almost like a lure of some sort. If you were to compare it to, say, something that would attract bees, so some sort of a honeypot, if you will.
Okay. So, like, I'm guessing it would somehow draw the Hur'q toward this lure.
That is a reasonable
guess.
assumption, yeah.
Okay, I'll go ahead and start working on it. What about the lure is it like a chemical or just a certain like radiation wavelength?
My understanding is it is more or less a subspace beacon on a certain frequency.
Oh, so it's more technological than biological.
Correct.
Okay, I'll go ahead and I will continue working on this and get it built.
All right. So, Dominus, of course, you're observing all this. To my knowledge and to your knowledge, the Ferengi has not shown that he's figured out what it's for, but it's your scene. I'm going to let you play it.
It'll be Ferengi. when the Dominion win the war, what is your hopes for your people?
Well, as you promised me, my company would get a lucrative contract with the Karema. And I would hope to leverage this into future profitable enterprises with your Dominion.
Well, if everything's a success, blah, 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 blah. Success. There we go.
Sounds like your tongue shape shifted halfway through that sentence there.
Right.
Yeah. If everything's a success, you'll have a lot of platinum. Latinum. Maybe both. I just had a brain fart. Jeez.
It's all good.
But the plans for the Alpha Quadrant, Beta, Gamma, and even after the Delta, with this technology to move into another universe, you can expand in untold ways. Tell me. The Ferengi like to reach out to many contacts across your universe, but have you thought about trying to start a business in this one?
Of course. As we explore new universes, we open up new navigable channels on the Great Material Consortium.
Well then, I think if this mission becomes a success, I might even appoint you as a potential diplomat for the Ferengi side of things.
I would prefer negotiator or entrepreneur.
Oh, well, you don't understand. Diplomat within the Dominion gets special perks. Ship, an accompaniment of Jem'Hadar, and possibly a Vorta.
You lost me at Vorta.
Not all of them are stiff as you get. There are some entertained ones out there. I'm sure you'll find the right one. But that's if everything goes well. And if things don't go well, if things go sideways, if things turn for the worse, I know ways to hurt monoforms. Excruciating, horrible, and debilitating ways. It'll keep you alive and awake through every moment I do it.
Don't worry about that. Rule of acquisition 125. You can't make a deal if you're dead or in perpetual agonizing torture. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to continue my work.
Good. Make sure you do a wonderful job.
Alright, so let's make this an extended task, because I feel like this is going to be important moving forward. So this is going to be a control plus engineering. The base difficulty, we're going to make it a 3. The default magnitude will be a 3 as well. And, yeah, let's... Oh, yeah, the work track. Work track of 12. So, yeah, if you want to roll me a control engineering at a difficulty 3, we can get the ball rolling.
Okay, I just have a few mechanics questions.
Sure.
Would this be an engineering or science task covering the same scientific or technological field I earlier succeeded on this adventure?
I would say it does, yes.
In that case, I get an additional d20. And I would assume that is instead of computer expertise, d20.
Correct.
Okay, so that gets me 3 dice, and you said difficulty 3?
Correct.
I'll spend 2 dice for a 4th die.
All right.
And which skill set did you...
Control engineering, please.
Can I take this opportunity to say that I really would like to see like a buddy cop movie starring Dominus and Kayron?
Oh, no.
Kayron's the bad cop. Dominus is a good cop.
Yeah.
Would reverse engineering go into focus here?
I'd let it happen, yeah. I see a lot of green. Hey,
Wow.
look at that. You guys get 2 momentum back. Look at that. So yeah,
Okay,
roll
and
me 2 plus 5, so 7 challenge dice to see how much work you get done. Okay.
I'm going to spend a momentum to reroll 3 of those zeros.
Okay. That's what I was going to ask. That's much better. So, yeah.
7. Okay.
So you're at 7 out of 12 work done, and you have achieved a breakthrough.
I have achieved 2 breakthroughs because I have Miracle Worker. I made a breakthrough and rolled an effect, so it is an additional breakthrough.
Is it a breakthrough per effect, or just one breakthrough for any effect?
The second.
Okay. So with 2 breakthroughs, you more or less take the Dominion equivalent of a probe, which isn't nearly as advanced as, say, a Federation one, but it's fairly trivial for your skill set to get everything in mostly working order. You're able to put this sort of lure and hook it up to the power source, and really all you need to figure out now is a way to feed back the auxiliary plasma flow so that it doesn't blow up in your face. So with 2 breakthroughs, it's now a difficulty 1 task. And yeah, another control engineering, and we'll see where we stand.
All right. This time I'm just going to stick at 3 dice, so I'm not spending any.
Okay.
Ooh, a complication.
I do see a complication. So that would be 3 momentum, unless you want to spend 2 to get rid of that complication.
Well, I'm already netting 3, so yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, so you go up to 5 momentum total. And yeah, don't even roll the challenge dice. I'm sure you're fine. You're able to complete this no problem. So you guys have 1 lure ready to launch. Yeah, you're fine. You're ready to launch this lure at whatever target you wish.
Dominus will look at the Ferengi and just smile. I don't mean to actually cause you any harm. I just find that most monoforms find it as a good way to motivate them. Monoforms become very inspired and driven to avoid certain things. But I do value our working relationship. And I give him the scariest grin I can imagine for Dominus to have with a face like that.
I attempt to grin back.
It's the grin from that dude from Lord of the Rings, from the gates, when he's talking to Aragorn.
Oh, I can just see all of your gums.
And the horrible teeth.
Oh, fun.
I'll have the probe taken by a Jem'Hadar soldier and ready to be launched.
All right. And it is about that time that you guys do arrive in the system. So give me 1 moment to double check I don't have any spoiler tokens on the map, and I'll put you there. All right, I think we're good. All right, so I'll put you on this map. Yes, I know it's the same space background, but you know what it is. So you guys have arrived in what Dominus knows is the Havaskul system. And in particular, you guys are about a couple AU out from the Class M planet. And I would like... well, what are you at momentum-wise at the moment? I'll give this to you free. And this will be Kayron that discovers this first. Kayron, you're seeing that the surface of the planet is almost like an oversized beehive. It's a lot of insectoid-like construction that is actually fairly technologically advanced. You're also seeing that there are a number of what you're assuming are Hur'q vessels in orbit, along with several stations and what could be shipyards. Really, what you're detecting is a large amount of germanium, as well as the fungus you were told to look for.
I'm gonna look at everyone on the bridge. You got.
Yes, found.
It's best that you know this information now. The burrowers were an original attempt at controlling different species. They were the precursors to the Jem'Hadar in essence. In our universe, they were a peace-loving type of insectoid species. We changed it because we needed them to be more aggressive. But experimentation, sometimes flaws and mistakes are made. And unfortunately, we lost control of them. So despite that the Hur'q are here, there's a chance that they will be the opposite of their peace-loving kindred brothers. Let's prepare for a fight, but hopefully it doesn't come to that. They have the fungus, they should be fine.
Well, Founder, we will proceed with all due caution. Shall we attempt to hide behind any of the planets, or shall we send out a hail?
Let's hail.
Okay. So, someone on the bridge opens a channel and reports as such.
Species of this planet. My name is Dominus. I am requesting contact, communications, visual or audible.
All right. Let me double check what this would be as a task. I believe this would be a insight science. Yeah, this would be an insight science. Okay, yeah. So, I guess, Kairon, you're going to roll this again. You're going to be rolling a insight science, and the ship is going to assist you with a science and communications.
Okay. What's the difficulty?
The difficulty here is actually going to be a 4.
A 4?
A 4.
Oh. Let's go ahead and 3 momentum so I can get 2 more dice.
Okay.
Insight science?
Yep.
I do not have a focus for this.
Yeah, unless you've got something like linguistics.
Oh, those are some 19s.
Those are indeed some 19s. Well, maybe the ship will pull through for you. Well, actually, I don't think it's possible for the ship to, but let's see what the ship rolls anyway.
Who's rolling that? Am I rolling that?
I think you
You
just
roll it.
volunteered.
Oh, okay. What is it again? I'm sorry.
Communication science.
I did make an order. I don't think I get that though as a... This is a talent, right?
Unless you have advisor, no.
Ooh.
Ooh, wow. Okay, so would Kairon like to burn a determination to do some re-rolling here, or is this what we're gonna go with?
Let me see if I have an applicable value. Well, I don't want to use it on this. Let me see. And this is to hail them?
This is going to be if you translate things properly.
The closest I have is Rule of Acquisition 76. Every once in a while, declare peace. It confuses the hell out of your enemies. That's the closest I've got.
Yeah, I'd say it doesn't quite apply here.
Alright. We fail.
Yeah, so you send out this message, Dominus, and immediately what happens is 2 vessels of about the same configuration begin heading in your direction. And they reply to your message, audio only, and it is a series of insectoid chitters and screeches and shrieks that no one on the bridge or really anyone on the ship is able to translate.
Is there a way for me to covertly scan the ships?
I'm assuming
with
you're
their
trying to
tactical
get
systems?
a feel. Tactical systems, yeah. We can make a task of it. Let's do a reason security assisted by the ship's sensors security. And if you want to do it covert, I'm going to make it a difficulty 4. Otherwise, the difficulty would be 3.
Hmm. Yeah, and I can use shipboard tactical systems as a focus.
You could.
I don't know if I want to spend the momentum on this because we're already kind of down to 2.
Do it.
Do it. Okay, I'll spend a momentum to get a third die.
God has given you permission.
And that is one of my values as well. The founders are gods.
I'd like to add a value, not
Ooh.
my gods.
Nice. That 4 is all you need. So,
Do we have the ship rolls to see if we get
oh
momentum?
yeah, still roll for the ship. See if you get anything new.
I'm hoping to get that momentum back.
So sensor security for whoever's handling the ship.
Who is handling the ship?
I think you just volunteered.
Okay. Sensors. And what again, sorry?
Sensors security.
And the ship always has a focus.
Hey, look at that. You do get the momentum right back.
Nice.
All right. So what you're detecting is that it has a array of disruptors. You are detecting it does appear to carry what appear to be a myriad of smaller vessels. Out of character, they're basically the swarmers. They're like little attack craft, more or less the size of a Federation shuttle. You're seeing it's not quite like a full carrier vessel, but it definitely carries like 12 or 20 of these things.
Mm.
You're also seeing that the germanium armor plating of the vessel is pretty damn good. If I had to put it in mechanics, this is at base a scale 5, and the extra armor plating might add a little bit to its resistance.
So is just one-on-one, would one of these ships outgun us?
Well, yeah, anything is possible. I'll say that much.
All right.
But they are getting closer, and I will say if none of you want to do anything from here on, we are going to move into turn order because that could be important.
Well, as a founder,
Mm-hmm.
The changelings had to have found a way to communicate with them in the past. Would I know any of that?
I would say if you want to spend 2 momentum to create that advantage, I would say you could, yes.
Because I want to try and communicate back to them.
Okay.
Considering.
All right, so you call upon your knowledge that you obtained while in the Great Link, and you do sort of remember via proxy. I don't think the female founder ever had a name, but you know as much as she does, which means you think you know how to communicate with these insectoid creatures.
I'm going to... I'm going to turn myself into a Hur'q.
Okay. So for the uninitiated, let me grab a token for the Hur'q here real fast. The Hur'q more or less look like that.
Sexy.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what's the digits situation on like the hands?
Let me see if I can find what I did with the bigger picture here.
Are they like claws or something?
Yeah, they're like claws. Let me see. It's got to be here somewhere. Hold on.
The dominants looks like slightly more terrifying now.
Do.
Better teeth now, though.
Compared to Ferengi, I'm not... Maybe.
Trying to think what I did with the original image. I have the token. I'll keep looking.
It's not important.
I'll keep looking, yeah.
Yeah, I'll attempt to communicate a peaceful exchange.
Okay.
I'm going to try and keep it as simple and as base as possible. But no threat, peaceful communication.
Okay. So the ship's advance probably about to here and come to a stop. And at the moment, only you and your Vorta are going to hear the response. but the response comes back as identify yourself, unknown vessel.
I will say our registry,
Okay.
the GH7222, so on and so forth, and just inform them that we wish to talk and possibly exchange knowledge of another universe, and mention them to scan for the shift in our quantum signature.
Okay. So there is a noticeable pause, and Talakan, you are indeed detecting they are running a scan on you.
Founder, they are scanning us.
I'll just raise up my big bug-like hand as a sign of like it's okay.
All right. So scan's pretty thorough. It pretty much is gonna glean as much information as possible as it scans you, and eventually the Hur'q on the other end of the line, whoever it might be, simply says, "Your quantum signature does not match ours. Explain."
We are from another universe. We are seeking out new ways to travel and explore. Our mission is to find other species, interact.
There is no reply.
It's just quiet for a while.
It is indeed.
We mean no harm. We are simply looking to talk.
Why don't you roll me a presence command? Difficulty 3. And let's see what happens.
I have persuasion and diplomacy.
Both would apply.
Difficulty 3?
Yep.
I'm going to give you a threat
Okay.
for an extra dice. Alex. Let's see. I want to do it now. Yeah, I kind of want to do it now. Trying to see what if I have here. Man, I don't know what would apply to this. I'll use my first value to use a determination. To become a thing is to know a thing. To assume its form is to begin to understand its existence.
Mm-hmm.
Can that apply for determination?
Sure.
Now, do I just use a determination to get the success, or do I reroll?
That's entirely up to you. If you want to spend it so you get the 2 free successes, you have to declare that before the roll. Okay. But you can spend the reroll after the fact if you so wish.
I will do the reroll then. Don't fuck me. Woohoo!
Well, you need to roll another die, because remember, it's 2 dice.
Oh, it's 2 dice. Okay. Oh!
So, yeah, that's a thing. Let's have this happen. There is a unintelligible or inaudible communication. You know they're talking to someone, but you don't know who. And as you kind of wait for their reply, eventually the individual comes back and says, "We are not able to verify your claims. Your appearance is unknown to us. You will leave immediately or suffer the consequences." And it is about that time. Hey, Kayron, you remember the good old mirror dominion?
No. Oh, yeah.
Let's just say you're detecting one of their vessels coming up behind you.
Detecting a mirror dominion vessel behind us. That was like old man. That was weird. I apologize.
Uh, old man Ferengi. I'll just simply reply back. Has Dominus been told it? Yeah, he just said it. Dominus will just respond back as a Hur'q vessel. And it's like, are you attempting to lure us into a trap? In reference to the Mirror Dominion ship. I want to see what they're going to do.
Do not reply once more.
And
However, the Mirror Dominion Corvette is hailing you.
I'll shift back into normal Dominus form and answer.
All right, well, as it would so happen, it is your lovely friend, the Protector Centena. And you see her kind of standing with her arms crossed, and she says, if I'd known you were going to come out and bother the Hur'q, I might have come with you, rather than just shadow you. What is your intention here?
As I stated to you before, exploration. I want to compare notes, see how everything's different here.
Now, some bright-eyed diplomat might believe that, but I think we both know you're here for something more, and I don't like it.
Well, I am telling the truth partly. In our universe, the Hur'q are gone. They were driven mad when I wanted to see if that was the same case here. They were a peaceful and kind race. Unfortunately, events happened, and they were wiped away.
So you mean to say that this is a what, an anthropological visit?
I do enjoy studying monoforms.
Protector just kind of, well, she doesn't have eyes, but if she did, she'd be staring at you and says, I believe I have a better idea. And Kayron, she's charging phasers.
Shields up! How do I know? Oh, just because I have the sensor readings in front of me?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Yeah, I yell that. I know it's not my job.
I'm gonna raise shields.
All right, and we are going to start combat here. So let's get these guys into turn order.
She never read the book I gave her. Rude.
You don't know that? Maybe she took it to heart. I'm sure there's a rule of acquisition about not trusting your trading partner or something along those lines.
Well, if she had opened it, I'd have complete access to their computer systems.
Oh, right, yeah. She either did never open it or did it in a way that prevented your virus from spreading.
No, I'm pretty good.
Yeah. It's almost like you guys took her at her word last time and, didn't incite her at all. So, I get to be
This
a
is
little bit
my
of an
way of
EGM
doing that.
sometimes. All right, so the good news, it is going to be your turn first. So what would you guys like to do? At the moment, no one's fired anything, but everyone's shields have gone up and weapons are charging.
I'm going to attempt to hail the Hur'q again, just like a broadcast towards them,
Okay.
requesting assistance against a hostile attack. I want to see what they're doing.
Okay. Well, good news here. This is going to be a communications and engineering task with a difficulty of 0. And that means basically whatever you succeed at, you will get momentum for. But let's see what you roll, and then we'll go from there.
So you said what was the first part of it? It was engineering, but what was the first?
Communications.
Oh, the ship.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I can roll for the ship.
Yeah. Oh, for you, it's a control engineering. Sorry.
Persuasion focus.
1 away.
Okay. So what is your exact message?
I'm going to say Dominus, the ship that I'm on, is requesting assistance against the Dominion vessel.
Okay.
They have charged weapons and are preparing to fire.
All right. Well, their response is going to be to do something, but that is going to be your turn.
Oh, I have quick to action.
Okay, that does mean somebody else can go.
So, if anyone wants to do evasive maneuvers, make it hard to hit.
That'd be yeah. That's not me. That'd be Helm, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that'll be him. Let me make his sheet available to everyone. That way, you guys can still use him as an NPC. Let's see.
I gotta grab my book and see what.
All right, you now should be able to see Alir's sheet, and roll from it if need be. But yeah, if you need a reminder, Starship combat rules begin on page 222.
222,
Or thereabouts,
yeah.
anyways.
Who wants to roll as Sage?
Well, so he can spend 2 momentum after doing evasive action to negate the penalties. So then I could follow up with like a scan for weakness.
Well, not necessarily. My understanding, and we've always done it this way, I think, is you can only do 2 people back to back. You can't like have everybody go on the same turn.
Oh no! Like when it comes back around to me.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that's fine.
Like yeah.
Oh, so even if I had quick to action, we couldn't keep the initiative.
No.
Yeah, there's
you can only keep it
There's
once.
a limit. Okay.
Yeah.
Dang it. Okay.
I guess unless everyone else on the other team has gone, and then you just keep going until you're done.
Right.
So like maybe we don't want to take a second one here, like depending, but evasive action seems good.
Yeah.
He actually has a talent for it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't make.
If you guys want to do an evasive action, that is a daring plus con, and the ship assists with structure and con, and it's only a difficulty 1.
I'll roll for the ship here.
Okay.
And he also has a focus.
Dang.
Evasive actions, one of his focuses. Who's rolling for him?
I think you are.
Alright, cool.
Yeah, I'm quickly perusing the. I've not been the only couple times we've been in a battle since I've come on board. I didn't really do anything because I was the doctor.
Right.
So I'm kind of like quickly perusing to see what my options are as tactical.
Well, that's a good thing. All right, so you guys do get a momentum, and yeah, so for the next round, or at least until it is our lovely Cardassian Helm officer's turn again, all attacks against the ship and all attacks made by the ship increase in difficulty by 1. You also spend 1 power.
I have a request.
Yeah, I might have an answer for that request.
I request we spend 2 momentum to activate his talent, so that we negate those downsides to evasive action.
Okay.
That's precise evasion.
Yeah, that's what he has there.
All right, so the only effect then is going to be the minus or the additional difficulty to attackers. Does it get rid of the power requirement too, or no?
I don't think it will. No, to negate the increased difficulty for attacks normally caused by.
Okay, yeah, so you still spend 1 power.
Oh, that never affected scan for weakness then, did it?
Mm-mm. All right, well, that is going to be your turn. So we come around to the Hur'q. So the Hur'q on their turn, they aren't going to fire on you, but instead what they're going to do is each of these MMSVs are going to launch free swarmers apiece.
Are they heading towards us to attack us?
At the moment, they have just launched them.
Alright.
And I'm deliberately not giving them full turns, because they would just kill you with action economy.
Yeah.
So, on the Mirror Dominion Corvette's turn, They are actually going to do something that I've wanted to try for the longest time. So let me just double check the ranges here. Okay. All right. Okay, so here's what's going to happen as I pull up their sheet. All right, so they need to make a sensors engineering. Please tell me I put in a macro. I'm willing to bet past me did not. Nope, I only have the Hur'q. All right, so I got to roll it manually. Alrighty, so they are going to be rolling that plus this plus this. Yeah, they succeed. So, Dominus, you feel yourself being transported away.
Oh, fuck.
And is there anything you would like to say or do in the probably few seconds you have before you materialize elsewhere?
What happens when I can only say something, right?
I would say, yeah, you've got literally less than 5 seconds to say something very quickly, so no monologues.
I wanted to do something, but if I can't do that, then
Well, it's one of the things where we usually see when transporters engage, the action freezes. I realize that's because it's a special effects limitation, but well, what is the task you're wanting to do? Maybe I can meet you halfway.
wanted to slough off as much as matter of myself as I could to separate and let them take, like, they're targeting the outside first.
Uh-huh.
Basically, I want to de-skin myself and get away.
Huh. I mean, you are a founder. I'll say if you spend 2 momentum.
I only have 1.
Well, let me finish. If you spend 2 momentum or threat momentum combination, I will make it a possible task. However, it will be a difficulty 5 task.
Yeah, no, that's a lot of threat I'll be giving if I need more dice. I don't have determination.
You see Chiron over at the controls to the transporters, and he's seeing everything that's happening.
I'm just gonna say, victory is life.
All right.
And I'm gonna look at my first.
All right, so first Talakan, to your absolute horror, your god is transported away.
That's no good. Okay.
But it is your turn, or it is Chiron's turn.
What else?
Well, the Overseer Gad is just as taken aback as the first is and goes, "We need to find where he went now."
All right, I'll start going into the transporter and find that my lock had been changed, making my task more difficult. But can I even get a lock? I know that the Dominion can get through shields, but it's more difficult.
Right. So let me double check what I put on your sheet so I say the right thing. All right. Yeah. So the overall difficulty is that let's see. They are protected by shields, and that means your overall difficulty is going to be a 3, just like theirs was.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do this task. So,
Okay.
what assists the ship on these?
So you're doing a control engineering. The ship is doing a sensors engineering, and I did account for advanced sensors when I told you the difficulty.
Okay, fair enough. We have that much momentum. Okay, I'll buy a 3rd die with our last momentum.
Okay.
And hope we can get it with these 4.
I got
No,
you
I'll go
one
ahead and
success with
add.
the ship.
I'll go ahead and spend 2 threat. I'll get 4 dice,
Okay.
and it's control engineering.
Correct.
And I do have a focus.
I see a lot of green.
Nice.
It's a lot of success.
7 total.
So 4 momentum. All right. So narratively, Dominus, you dematerialize, then rematerialize in some sort of a containment field, but then seconds later, you dematerialize again and end up right back where you started.
I'll look to the first, and look to Yagad, and I'll look to Chiron. You're protected. That's all I say to him.
And you get says,
No good deed ever goes unpunished.
Speaking of deeds going unpunished, it's going to be the Hur'q's turn, and the Swarmers are all going to do an attack run on you. Let me just make the tokens a little bit more palatable here.
Oh, wait. Do we still have quick action?
You do. So
we can use quick to action?
Well, you can use your quick to action, yes.
Okay. All right, I will use that. And I'm going to modulate shields.
Okay. Yep,
So
go for it.
Control and security, right?
Uh-huh. So control security for you, structure engineering for the ship.
I think that's the right thing to do here, guys, isn't it?
That's always really good. I'll roll for the ship.
Okay.
All right. So it is a difficulty 2, and if you are successful, your resistance increases by 1 until you take 1 or more damage after resistance.
And we can increase that number by spending momentum.
Spending momentum, yes, and you did just get 1 momentum, so you're at 5 overall.
Dump 5. It
dump
lasts
5?
until it's gone. Yeah, or like dump 3. Like I think
Let's do it.
Okay. So I believe your current resistance is now what, an 8? Yeah, an 8.
And plus, we have evasive maneuvers still going on too, don't we?
Uh-huh. So
Okay, cool.
it's harder to hit you, and if you're hit, you're way more resistant. Cool. Alrighty. So yeah, Hur'q's turn. They're gonna come in and fire at you. And good news, bad news. Good news, they're not gonna get past your resistance no matter what I roll. But I still need to roll them for a very good reason. So let's see, there's 6 swarmers, so alright, hold on, I gotta fix the name. Forgot I need to put in the dashes. Try that again. There we go. Alright, so that one misses, 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 and that one misses. So the Hur'qs just kind of swarm around you like angry bees, but don't really do anything. And it is now the Mirror Dominion's turn, and they are going to attempt a scan for weakness. So let's see if I can find... There it is. Both the first and your lovely Ferengi are going to be able to tell that they are targeting your engines specifically.
they're targeting our engines.
Alright.
You're
And
welcome.
I believe everyone but Chiron has gone. Well, Chiron did the transporters. You've done Helm.
Do we have a
Go ahead.
Do we have a communications action at all?
That would be the command
Okay.
thing, which has already been used by Dominus this turn.
Okay.
But if you wanted Yagad to do something, I'm going to let you guys kind of Jaeger him a little bit.
I'm able to do like a talk thing to Yagad.
You could. In fact, yeah, he has a sheet if you want to look at what he has.
I'm just gonna say launch the probe
Okay. Where would you like him to launch the probe?
right at the planet.
Right
I
at
want
the
them to tear
planet?
themselves. Want them to tear themselves apart.
Okay.
Let them watch the horror. If it does what I think it does.
No, we'll see. Let's see. So I would say this qualifies as a launch probe action. Does not require roll, has no difficulty. Okay, so what happens is, for your final action for this round, is you fire out the probe. And on the Hur'q's turn, the swarmers immediately begin chasing after it. So the swarmers probably get about to here as they kind of swarm all over this thing. Which is good for you, because that's one less thing attacking you. However, the Hur'q vessel down here is going to move up to about there. And then on the Mirror Dominion's turn, they are going to open fire on you all. So I believe this is still a fairly difficult roll for them, but let's see what happens. Yes, with that one, that is enough for them to hit you. So that is going to be how much challenge die? Not too bad. So that's piercing 6. So I think your resistance still eats it all, doesn't it? Yeah. Your resistance eats it all. Well, hold on. What's your resistance? 8 at the moment?
We would take 1 damage.
You would take 1 damage and thus lose your modulated shields.
Wait. 5. And we spent 3.
Uh-huh.
Our resistance should be 9, right? You get 1 for doing
right, the initial
modulate
success
shields,
is
and then
1.
1 extra.
Right.
So it's a 9.
You still have your shields. You're fine. You still have your extra resistance. So yeah, they just kind of fire across your bow, and nothing happens. Your shields hold. But we come back around to the top of the initiative order, and everybody has their actions refreshed. So who would like to go first?
Permission to scan for weakness!
Granted.
Alright, control security, difficulty 1. Assisted by sensor security, difficulty increases for each range band beyond close. So they're how far away? Medium?
Yeah, they're all at medium, but thanks to advanced sensors, that difficulty increase is nullified.
Alright, so it's just difficulty 1.
Mm-hmm. And which one are you doing? The MS or the MSV or the Corvette behind you?
I guess I'm targeting the Corvette absent orders more specifically, because they're the only ones that have fired on us.
Okay.
3 momentum then.
We have 3. And these aren't phasers, right? They're not going to give us momentum.
No.
Alright, I'll use 1. Is difficulty 1? Yeah, I'll use 1 momentum.
Okay.
For reason science?
Whatever it says, I believe it is a reason science, yeah.
Control. Okay.
Control science, yeah.
And, oh wait, would you count, having done a lot of scanning earlier in the game, the same field that I succeeded on?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, so I'll just get this 3rd die for free then.
Okay.
Are we back
No
at
focus.
3 momentum then?
Yeah, we should be at the same momentum as before.
All right, so that is a grand total of 6 momentum overall. So you're at cap. And yeah, just reminder, since you have scanned the Corvette, the next attack you make is going to be at a piercing 2 quality. And you get to reroll any bonus d20s.
And we get...
it's if you purchase additional d20s, you do 1 additional challenge dice per each d20 purchased.
Would y'all be open to spending 2 momentum to keep the initiative and fire now?
Yes, let's do that.
Yeah.
Okay. So go down to 4. And yeah, first Talak Khan, you are the man with the shiny red button.
I will press the candy-like shiny red button.
Okay. So
are you going to buy us some extra damage dice?
Oh yeah.
I'll say so. Let me break it down for you. So, firing a weapon, it's pretty simple. It's a control security for you. The ship assists with weapon security. I'm assuming you're using phasers or at least your disruptors, whatever you have that's at medium range.
Right.
And normally that would mean a difficulty of 2. But the Mirror Dominion, if you remember, have ships that are a little bit harder to get a lock on. So even with Scan for Weakness, your difficulty here is a 3.
I recommend buying 2 more dice.
2 more to succeed. Okay.
Yeah, you'll get 2 more d20s and 2 more damage dice.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that then.
Alrighty.
So I'll be rolling 4d20.
Yep.
Yeah, does this still fall under the
Shipboard
focus
tactical?
of
Yep.
tactical? Okay.
I gotta look up what polar run beams do.
Piercing 2. Alright, well, Talakan by himself has succeeded. Let's get a roll for the ship, see if you guys get any momentum.
Does he also get a reroll on the 0?
No. Yeah, it's only if you...
I do have bold security.
that would involve spending
Give you threat. Yeah, I don't really want to give you threat right now. I'm the cautious security man.
I thought it was something to do with the Scan for Weakness we got to reroll.
Oh, no.
No.
It's for every dice you buy, your bonus die, you get additional challenge dice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I said it wrong initially.
And so they normally have piercing 2, and then we gain piercing 2. So I assume that stacks to piercing 4.
I mean, I don't see why not. It's crazy levels of broken, but we're here to have fun, so why not?
So he's rolling for the ship.
Yeah, so someone needs to do a weapons security from the ship to see how much momentum you guys get.
Sure, I can do that.
Nice.
Nice. So I believe that brings your total to 4 momentum overall. And yeah, go ahead and let's roll some challenge dice here. So I believe for you that is 8 challenge die? Yeah, 8 challenge die.
10.
Oh yeah, 10 because of your 2 bonus dice. So roll 2 more. And that is, wow, that's a lot of effects. That's like piercing 20. Holy shit.
I'd say spend the momentum to reroll those zeros.
Yeah.
Why not?
So that's 4.
Yeah, that is piercing 20. That's great.
Well, now it's piercing 24.
Do they just explode?
Piercing 28. Yeah, Talakan, how about you describe how this thing explodes?
I'm going to shoot a beam right through where I assume the bridge would be.
Okay.
And just cleaving, just puncturing all the way through and just watching it sort of implode for a second and then just explode and then a big fiery ball as all the oxygen inside is consumed.
Very nice. So yeah, the Mirror Dominion Corvette is no longer. Very nice.
Damn gas
That
bags.
still leaves you with the problem of the Hur'q at the moment. And on the Hur'q's turn, the Swarmers are going to continue following your probe. So they're over here now. As for the MSV that is closest to you, it is actually going to try and lock a tractor beam on you. So let's go ahead and roll there. Well, considering the crew did not succeed, not a whole lot of things there. So we come back around to you guys.
Okay, so who's left then?
You and Yagad. Also, Glyn.
I'm going to try. Let's see, do I have this? I'm going to. I have something called Call to Action. In the conflict, the character may use a prepared minor action to grant one ally a minor action. Is that just for combat?
That is for any combat, but as far as I know, minors in Starship combat are. Let me look those up. You can assist. You can create an advantage. No, here we are. Minor actions. You can interact. So do something that involves an interaction with the ship systems. You can change position. You can prepare something, you can raise lower shields, or you can restore something.
Okay. I'm just gonna hail one of the Hur'q ships, the ones I've been dealing with.
Okay. And what would you like to say?
I'm gonna shapeshift into the Dominion gas bag protectorate, and then I'm going to shift into the Hur'q, and then I'm going to shift back. I'm just gonna say, I am dominus of the Dominion of the other universe. You've decided to treat us as hostiles when we wanted to offer you friendship. This will be corrected. And that's all I'm going to say, I guess.
All right. So that'll be your action down.
Make a roll or anything like that?
Nah, let's not have you do... Well, you guys could use the momentum, sure. Roll me a presence command, difficulty 3.
I've got like the squeakiest chair.
And, let's see. Impersonation, deception, diplomacy, reconnaissance, persuasion.
Some myriad of combination of those would work. Okay. You tried. Apparently the Hur'q aren't going for it, though, because not only does this one move even closer, its friend starts heading over. And since that one has already used its tractor action, as for this Hur'q, it's going to try its tractor beam. And it will. So what happens is this top MSV is going to lock a tractor beam onto you, and it doesn't do any damage, which is the good thing. Bad thing is that it begins draining your power. So I believe you're at, what, 6 at the moment?
Yes.
Well, you're lucky. For this initial round, nothing is drained power-wise. But it is your turn again. I believe the only person who has not gone is Ygad and Glyn. So whichever one of you would want to go.
Glenn has precision targeting.
Mm-hmm.
You guys with him firing, try and get the tractor beam off of us?
You can certainly try. I would say since it's another tactical action, you would have to go up a difficulty.
Let's see.
So I think it would be difficulty 4 total because it's targeting a specific system, right?
Yep.
Although he gets to re-roll a d20 and gains an extra piercing.
Yeah. Or do you want to try and regenerate some energy? You can try and recover some power. That's the thing to do, right?
Yeah, I thought about that too. The power management under internal system.
You can also just break a target lock by flying.
All right, let's see. All right, so if successful, the target vessel is immobilized and cannot move unless it can break free using their shield modulations, the raw power of their engines, or disabling the tractor beam emitter, all a task in its own right. The difficulty is determined by the strength of the ship's tractor beam, so the base difficulty for anything trying to break the tractor beam is a 4.
It's something called push the limits. Contests are decreased by 1 in environmental conditions or damage to engines. I'm not sure if this...
I would say this does not apply.
So what would be the easiest way to break out of this then?
Well, if you want Glyn to do it, he could try and basically pull you away at impulse.
I think that's right, and then we could use like one of his values to generate 2 successes, like those who oppose us must be dealt with, or he's got a lot of pro-Dominion values.
He really does, jeez. He really bought into the whole Uncle Sam thing for the Dominion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's do that. I'll use a determination to get 2 successes.
Okay.
All right, and we can get that determination back if we get an effect on a challenge die.
Oh, he has veteran.
Yeah, he does.
Yes, he does.
Nice.
And then it's just 2. It's what's the roll I'm making then?
It's just 1 challenge die, and if you get an effect, he gets the determination back.
Oh, I thought this is told to break away from the tractor.
Well, let's see if he gets his determination back while we remember.
Sure.
Yeah, so he doesn't get it back. All right, so for helm action, what you're rolling for him is going to be a control plus con, and the ship is going to assist with engines and con, and this will have a power requirement of 1.
Astronavication, athletics, evasive action, helm operations. I'm guessing one of those 2.
Yeah. A whole lot of nothing. That's just 2 successes. Maybe the ship will crit. So someone give me a engines and con from the ship. It crits. That's all you need. So you are able to move.
That was close.
Yeah. So you guys can pick where you want to go, but anywhere within medium range.
Wait, we should bank momentum, right? Oh no, never mind. I was thinking of something
Difficulty
else.
4. Yeah. So yeah, you guys can move anywhere within 6 hexes. Where would you like to go?
Probably just not between both of them.
I'm thinking over here.
Okay. Alrighty. So then, I mostly am just using the turn order for my own purposes now. I haven't really updating it. But on the Hur'q Swarmer's turn, by now they have managed to get a hold on the probe. And they're just still swarming around it, but it has stopped moving towards the planet.
Are they reacting to the signal at all?
The swarmers definitely are, but the MSVs are not. Well, you know what? Let me make a roll of it.
Are the swarmers manned?
Uh-huh. Ooh, okay. So this bottom MSV does indeed turn on its turn and starts heading in that direction. The top MSV, though, is indeed going to once again close within range and again attempt a tractor beam on you. Wow, which it does. So you're once again ensnared.
But now we can fire at it without a negative.
Mm-hmm. You do lose 3 power, though.
Ooh.
So I believe you are down to 2 power. But it is your turn. Everybody's action has refreshed.
Should we do some power management?
Yeah. Who can regenerate the most power? I'm not an engineer, so I don't know.
I'm guessing it's probably going to be Kairon. And it's 1 power on a success plus 1 additional power per momentum spent.
Oh, I was looking at shields. Yeah. It's difficulty 2, daring control. Oh, it can exceed maximum power. That's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, I'll go ahead and get started on the task.
Okay.
We've got 3 momentum.
You do?
I'll buy 1 extra die.
Okay.
And I don't have a focus for this. So it's daring or control.
Uh-oh.
Well, I have good news and I have bad news.
Did the ship roll yet?
The ship does not roll for this. It's just you.
That makes sense. Okay.
So good news, you do get a point of power back. Bad news, kind of had to take it from the weapons array. So,
can we spend our last 2 momentum to ignore that?
you could.
Or would we rather put that 2 momentum into power?
How much power do we've got 2 power now?
3.
3.
Since I'm the one doing it, I'm gonna put I'm gonna put 1 of those into power.
Okay.
And then hopefully, on a future attempt, I'll get the power back into the weapons.
Okay, so you're at 4, I believe, overall.
5. If we're putting
5.
2.
Yeah.
No, I want to keep one for y'all's rolls.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah. You're up to 4 power then. Alrighty. So, on the MSV's turn, it's just going to continue. Just casually draining your power. Just very casually.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
there goes your power. And that's what I was waiting for. So, the very instant that the power goes out, and so all about the ship, the lights flicker, consoles spark, begin to fail, and all around you on the bridge of the vessel, Hur'q warriors begin to basically beam in. So we're now going to move into ground combat. All right, we'll start with these 3 and see where we go from there.
All right.
If I didn't get rid of the turn order. All right, well, it is a player's turn to act first, so whichever one of you would prefer to go.
I'm gonna turn my right arm into a blade.
Okay.
Like the Teeth 1000 from Terminator.
Okay.
That Hur'q warrior right next to me there. I'm just gonna pick him.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Him.
daring
Have you seen
security.
this boy?
Yeah. Daring security, difficulty 1. And remember, it is an opposed roll, so you need to have more successes than he does.
I have hand-to-hand as a focus.
I believe it's equal or greater than. Sorry, what did you say?
I have a hand-to-hand.
Yeah, that'll apply. Most definitely.
Ha!
Yeah, you succeed. So go ahead and roll me some damage.
That is 6 challenge dice.
All right. Yeah, you drop this Hur'q warrior.
He just beams aboard. He hisses at me, and I just stick my arm right to the top of his head through his body.
Nice. All right.
him to the
So on the Hur'q's turn, this one here is going to go for Ygad.
Since it's a new type of combat thing, does quick action kick in?
I'm going to say no.
Alright.
Yeah.
Cat meows at you in disappointment.
Yeah. All right, so let's see how Ygad fares. And what is Ygad's control and security? I can't imagine it's I gave him much. Or daring security. Yeah, he has all of a 9. So let's see what he rolls. It is actually well, what is that? That's 1 success for them, 1 success for them. So yeah, the Hur'q warrior succeeds. So the Hur'q warrior pretty much tries to claw at your Vorta, dealing a whopping total of 2 damage, knocking his ass to the floor. And he is currently prone, but it is one of your turns.
I can go.
Okay.
Would I have my plasma rifle on me?
You would.
Okay, I'll take a shot at this guy that is attacking my Vorta.
Okay, go for it. That's going to be a control security, difficulty 2.
And I have a focus in heavy plasma weaponry.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Oh yeah, so you actually get a momentum from that. And yeah, go ahead and roll me some nice damage.
Is the plasma rifle really only 4?
It adds your security, so it's much higher than that. For you, it's 9 challenge dice.
Okay.
Ooh.
I'll have to go in and fix that.
And yeah, 5 is enough. So vaporized, put down,
Vaporized.
vaporized. He is no longer. So Ygad kind of looks up at the up from the floor and says, oh, "Thank you, First Telecon. You will be rewarded for this." And that's when this Hur'q warrior over here that remains on the bridge is going to see a prone target. It's going to focus on him. It's going to fire his plasma strike, his plasma rifle at him. Doing a whopping... Yeah, he'll hit. Doing
74 damage.
Yeah, doing a grand total of... Oh boy. Well, it's nice knowing you, Gad, but Gad literally disintegrates before your very eyes. He is no
Your
more.
gad's you gone.
Yeah, he is Yagad.
Oh,
So, Charon, this is probably your worst fucking nightmare. There's Hur'q all over the ship. Your Vorta has just been vaporized.
Well, that part's part of some better dreams.
Oh, you know. So
That's amazing.
how are you gonna react to all this?
I'm going to react the way any good Ferengi would. I'm hiding.
You're hiding. All right.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the. I think it's the guard action. I'm gonna. Let's see.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to see if I can find it too. Guard. The character finds a defensible position, focuses on the surroundings, or otherwise gains an additional readiness for attack. A task with difficulty 0 and success increases the difficulty of any attacks made against the character by +1 until the start of the character's next turn. Okay.
I thought there was one where you could get, like, cover dice.
That's just hiding behind cover, I believe. But let's see.
Oh, would I be able to do both? Like, minor action, get behind cover, and then as my action, do a guard?
I would say that's entirely feasible, yeah.
I do all of those things.
Okay.
So, I mean, I guess it's up to you to determine how much dice I get in cover. But I'll go ahead and take my guard action now.
Okay.
So it's I assume it's some kind of security?
I'm going to say it's
security task?
a fitness security to see how fast you dive behind cover.
Alright, would my hazard awareness focus come into play?
Uh-huh.
Alright. So, fitness security?
Yep. And it's a difficulty 0, so this is just free momentum.
But I have to succeed to get that die.
You do, yes. Ooh, I see a red.
But I succeed.
Would you like to spend 2 momentum to get rid of that red?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you dirty.
Well, it's really like only spending 1, because I'm generating 1.
This is true, so you are going to be at 1 momentum. But yeah, so what happens Daredevil? Charon, you dive behind cover, realizing all too soon that you've actually dived out of cover, and then you quickly scramble back behind the console you were hiding behind initially.
Very
Yeah,
Ferengi-like.
that's it. That's exactly what happens. Yep,
seems
that's my
about
turn.
right.
Yeah. All right,
Mhm.
so for the Hur'q's turn, 2 warriors are going to beam in here, and another's going to beam in here. And let me get them in the turn order, but it is going to be the player's turn again.
Well, right now,
was that?
best chance.
What's the whole round?
I am going to, let's see. Which one can I reach? I can reach both these two, can't
Yeah, you can reach both of them.
I? I'm going to look at the one that's by Chiron,
Mhm.
and I am going to aim my long bladed arm, and I'm going to into that
Alright,
Hur'q.
so because you aim, you get to reroll 1d20, I believe.
Excellent. And that was what again, sorry?
Daring security, difficulty 1. Good news, he only has 1 success here. So yeah, you hit him handily. So go ahead and roll me some damage.
And do I get a momentum?
Yeah, you do. Wow.
Can I review the momentum I just got?
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna reroll all those zeros with that momentum.
You just kind of reach out with your arm and go, eh.
You forgot to make your armor solid.
Yeah.
It's not much better. So yeah, You lashed out with your arm, but either
wait,
because
1 second. Sorry.
he's too far away, or simply
My arm has a vicious 1.
Oh, vicious 1. Then that is 5. That is enough to bring him down.
So
Ooh.
I lunge past his head, but I hook the blade and I pull it back, taking his head off.
Very nice. That is one headless Hur'q warrior. All right, so Hur'q warrior over here is going to see Talakan is going to actually move in and engage in melee combat with you. So I need you to roll me a daring security. If you have hand-to-hand focus, it would apply.
I do. What is I'm gonna have to put these. I didn't put these down, but I have talents that I don't know what they do. Like I have martial artist. I can't remember what that does.
That's from the new book.
It's in operations, I believe.
Let me see if I can look it up here really quick.
Yeah.
So.
Also, I hope none of you really mind that we're doing a combat-centric episode, but I figured
No.
since we had so few people out, we'd get some of the gremlins out, take the time to get everyone acquainted with it. All right, let's see. So page 36. Martial artist. There are countless forms. The character's unarmed strike attacks gain the intense damage effect. If you also have the mirror-Hur'q talent, then
Which I
both
do.
damage effects apply when effects are rolled.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, because I'm now looking at my unarmed strike. I did put down that it has intense and vicious 1. All right. So you said
Daring
It's
security, and you
daring
need to roll 2 successes here, or you're getting hit. Wow. Yeah, so you hit him. Go ahead and roll me your unarmed strike damage.
all right. So with intense and vicious 1, what is my unarmed strike damage?
Should be 1 plus your security, so a total of 6
6.
challenge die.
Okay.
And yeah, with Vicious 1, how would you like to kill him?
I'm gonna bring my elbow right across like where the neck portion of his exoskeleton would be, hoping to crush the neck.
Okay. And yeah, you snap it like a twig. It is a very satisfying crunch that comes with it. Let's see. So now I believe it is Charon's turn. What would you like to do?
All right, just barely like reaching up, like and peeking up at my console, like still hunched over. I'm gonna start tapping away at the keyboard as surreptitiously as I can, and try to get power and shields back online.
Okay. Let's say that this is going to be a standard. I guess you're regenerating power, yeah?
Which becomes more difficult, I believe,
Yeah.
now that we have no power.
Let's see. I believe that's just a control or a daring plus engineering. And let's make it a difficulty 2.
Okay. Let's see. We have 2 momentum. I have succeeded at a task on this already. So do I get a free D20?
Sure.
All right, I'm going to spend the... Okay, so I'll roll... And then I'm also going to use a value... you can't make a deal if you're dead. I'm going to use my determination. So I'm going to use that for 2 successes.
Okay. So any successes you roll here are going to be extra momentum, which you could then just turn around and spend.
All right, so I'm going to roll 3 dice.
All right, so you gain 3 momentum, and you gain 1 point of power.
Oh, wait, sorry. Oh, so when we get the 1 point of power, I'm also going to dump all 3 of this. I'm going to dump 4 momentum, so we're going to end up with 1. And I'm going to dump all of that into power, so we should go up by 5.
Yeah, so you would be at 5 power overall. It's a good thing, too, because that's going to stop any more Hur'q beaming in for the moment. Though the 2 that are on the bridge are going to get to go. So let's deal with this one first. So this one, seemingly not noticing the Ferengi, is going to aim its weapon at Dominus and take open fire. And let's see how well he rolls. Dominus, do you have any resistance there, buddy?
No.
Ooh, this could be very bad then. Well, good news. You only take 4 stress worth of damage.
Excellent. There we go. I guess I'll do it this way.
Yeah, whichever way is easiest for you to do. And then the other Hur'q warrior, gonna do the exact same thing. And he's gonna miss completely. So yeah, your power is back online. Shields are slowly coming back up, but it is still your guys' turn in this combat.
Are we back at the top of the round?
You are at the top of the round, yes.
Did I not get an action last
did I
round?
skip
Because
you?
I
I'm sorry. Go right ahead.
Well, I don't know because I was attacked.
Oh yeah. You still get an
Mine was-
action. I just
mine was more of a reaction.
put you-
Okay.
Yeah, I put you to 2 when I shouldn't have. But yeah, it's your
No, that's okay. That's okay. I wasn't sure. I'm still not like 100% accurate on combat in this system yet. Which one was the one that shot Dominus?
They both did. It was the bottommost one here that actually hit him.
Okay, I'm going to take a blast. I'm going to take the aim, minor action, and take a blast at him.
Okay, go for it. So it's going to be a control security difficulty 2, and you can re-roll one of the d20s. You don't even need to. So yeah, that gives you momentum. So go ahead and roll me those 9 challenge die and vaporize this guy.
Unless he rolls all zeros.
Yeah, unless you roll all zeros again. Yeah, he's super dead. He is no longer.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say transport us back as just a verbal thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna put my arm into I'm gonna change my blade into a hammer fist, and I'm gonna attempt to knock out this Hur'q.
Okay. So I would say in that case, what you want to do is unarmed strike, and I'll say you're doing it non-lethally, but we still need to have you roll the controls or the daring security, difficulty 1, and all you need is 1 success to succeed.
I'm gonna spend a momentum for 3 dice.
Okay.
Get out of there. Yep. And again, hand to hand. Let's focus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep, you hit him just fine. You get 2 momentum.
And because this is actually hammer fist, he's knocked down.
Well, you still need to roll an effect on the damage to knock him down.
Okay. So that is 6.
Yeah. So I'll say you have knocked him out. He is not dead, but he is incapacitated, and thus you guys are out of combat, at least here.
And I'll just say, take him to a cell. Or the minion guard at the door that's been standing there watching all of this.
He's a hologram.
You find out that all this time he is literally a hologram.
I'll call for a security team to come up and take him down.
All right. So as the security
brig.
team comes up and the rest of the ship is cleared of Hur'q warriors, what is the call, Dominus? You are in charge.
I told Kayron to transport us out.
Okay.
Oh, back to the other universe?
Yep.
Oh, fun. All right, what's my task?
That's what I gotta look up here. What did I make it in the first game? This is gonna be a control engineering, and it is going to be assisted by the ship's computers plus con. It is a difficulty 2, and it requires 4 power. So you're only gonna be able to try this once unless you dump more power into things.
What's the ship we'll be rolling?
The ship is rolling computers and comm.
I grabbed it. I'm sorry, I grabbed it. I should have said something.
All right, I'll spend 1 momentum for a third die. Wait, we've got 3. I'll take all 3 for 4 dice.
Alrighty. Well, all you need is 1 success because the ship got you the 2 you need.
Yeah. Sorry, Dominus.
No worries.
I don't think he's too miffed that you rolled some green.
I just got in the habit of going ahead and doing the clicks to get him out of the way.
Yeah. All right, so let's see. That is a grand total of 5 momentum. So yeah, outside, if anyone was looking at the exterior of the ship, there would be sort of a glowing effect across the hull, and then once again, all of you inside see the color purple. You taste some strange foreign taste, even you, Dominus, who doesn't really eat or drink. And after a moment, everything stops spinning and everything's quiet.
I look at the body of your Gad and just wonder how long till the next one shows up.
Well, he's ashes.
Oh, I look at the ashes and wonder how... Mr. Dominus, I don't feel so good.
He went all Infinity War, yeah.
Just wondering how what my next Vortex is going to be.
I mean, there's like you got 2s running around there somewhere now, or soon.
And
But,
kind of the final scene that we'll do for today is as all of you sort of take stock of what has happened today and, you know, the loss of your Vorta, but the good news, your founder survived. You get a hail from a vessel. It is Klingon in design. And when you open the channel and look on the screen, you see what is familiar to you as a player, but not to Dominus. You see the face of one Mirror-Hur'q. And she says, "May I render any assistance to you, great founder?" And that's where we'll end the session.
Wow.
But yeah, at this point, I think that's probably going to be the end of our Dominion mirror shenanigans. We might come back to these guys later on if for some reason we're literally down to 3 people left. But I think we've pretty much explored all we really can with these characters. But, you know, who knows? Let's see. Anything else I want to say before I end the stream?
I just love the fact that we now have a live Hur'q captured.
You know.
The only one in this universe.
And guess what the Dominion love to do?
Clone.
Engineering. Yeah.
Alrighty, well, let me end the stream. So players stick around for a little bit longer, but to anyone watching on Twitch or YouTube, thanks so much and have a good one. Later.